prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
It's not a setback. It's just being really good at taking care of herself for a long time. And she had a day of freedom, and that freedom led to choices. Don't beat yourself up for being alive. And I'm telling you,
so let's
shit
try
that I've
this
been
again after the kick return, TD.
learning the last,
Here's yet another kickoff.
I don't know, 3 months or
Dante Pettis now for
We're
his end
live.
zone.
Man.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Don't jump. Ready?
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's White. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Slot man moves right. Second down, they go back to Herbert. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
First down, Bears.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Mooney, the motion man right. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mooney, the motion man right. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Steps away to his left. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Into space at the 45. And finally taken down at the 34. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fourteen 0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Buccaneers 14, Bears 0.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to the rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Moore, the man in motion.
11. Tonight.
Here's Fields now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kalijah Kancey in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Go.
Fields. Flushed out right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Again, Fields. Buying time to his left. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, side.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Rolling to his right. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khari Blasingame, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hurry, hurry! Stop!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Hey, alert 33. Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Let's go. It's this.
Fields on 1st down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On 1st down, Fields.
That is caught by Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
To throw is Fields.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Off play action, Fields.
It'll buy some time right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Draw play, a give to Herbert.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, they go back to Herbert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
West right there. You got a mini base. Why not? Right.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Throws the out route and finds Claypool.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Here we go, son. Chip's weird. Hey, can. Press, left right. Right.
Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
Touchdown, Bears!
Khalil Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Russell Gage from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. They run with a former Panther. It's D'Onta Foreman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Foreman will try to pick it up.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Hey, Bud, what you want, Bud? Hey, Ken.
Out of the gun, Fields.
This is intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Alert, 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 alert. Stop.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking downfield for Godwin.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Regular, regular, regular. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Right on.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
11. Right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
EQ.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap, Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. More than
defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
A loss of 5 yards. Another 3 and out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They're on 41-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Down the left sideline. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Rolling to his right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Got
Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact long time there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. Finding more on the out route for the completion.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs.
regular.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position